Hi there, we are back with the second part of our travel video from Slovenia.
Like that Marvin Gaye song, I'm stunning, you love it, come on, give me something.
In our first video, you saw how we spent our time in Ljubljana, including what to do when you are there, and of course, where to eat and drink.
With me. The night is young and so.
And now we're gonna show you the beautiful nature Slovenia has to offer. Our first stop after Ljubljana was the small city Radovljica. The city began to develop on the rocky promontory above the Sava River in the 13th century and reached its peak in the 16th century. At the turn of the 15th and 16th centuries, Radovljica got a city wall and a moat, which is the only preserved city moat in Slovenia today. Rodovita is a medieval town and offers you amazing views of the Karavanken Alps and the Julian Alps. Radovljica is also very known for its beekeeping. In Radovljica we met a very special family, our hosts, that became our friends. Thank you Medea, Angelina and Erin, you made our stay just incredible. But let me show you that special place that I'm talking about. Welcome to the probably most magic place in Radovljica. Mesnaria Radovljica, a true Slovenian cultural heritage. This 300 years old house is truly a hidden gem. It took pilot Andrzej and his wife Medea almost 5 years to renovate and rebuild this property with all the dedication needed and passion required. Within every detail of the design, you can comprehend the sure instinct the owners applied to rebuild their family legacy and set an example on how to arouse history in a contemporary style. The hay loft, where you could actually sleep the night in real hay, was one of my personal highlights. This space gives you inner peace right when you enter it. And if you're interested in places only locals know, Anja will show you for sure why, bringing you the best self-baked bread and some yummy fresh chia pudding from Medea. And so we took off to the first local only hidden gem Anja shared with us, a special place at the River Sava. By the way, Radovljica is the perfect spot to settle down, because it's just a stone's throw away from all the interesting sites such as Bled, Krain, Kranjska Gora and even Ljubljana. On the way, we also found some very yummy blackberries. The Sava is a 990 kilometers long river which flows through Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia and along the Bosnia-Herzegovina border. And as pretty much all the rivers and lakes in Slovenia, it has this amazing emerald green watercolor. It was really an amazing place to spend a hot summer day. And as you can imagine, Linnea doesn't want to leave this place, even though the water was really cold. The next day, Anje brought us to his favorite spot. He named it Radovlitza Maladies. The way to that place was special too, but it was more than worth it. This place really looks like you're in the Maldives. We were totally alone there and it was beyond magical. The water temperature was around 18 degrees, which is for me like super cold. But I went in and it was an amazing feeling swimming in that crystal clear emerald green water. Someone else tried to get in too. Our next stop was the picturesque Lake Bled. Within a basin surrounded by the rugged snow-capped Julian Alps lies Bled, Slovenia's most visited resort, 50 kilometers northwest of Ljubljana. The jewel of this idyllic hideaway is the emerald green Lake Bled, inset with a small island and a church and guarded by a clifftop castle. At the time we were there, it was pretty crowded, so we decided to put Lake Bled on our list for our next travel to Slovenia. So it was a short visit, but if you're there, you definitely need to see Lake Bled. Afterwards, we wanted to get to the mountains, and so we decided to climb the Velika Planina, where you will find the largest shepherd settlement in Europe. To go up the mountain, you need to take the cable car. From there, you can also hike or mountain bike up the mountain, but with a toddler it would be too challenging, so we decided to take the chairlift. At the end of spring, you will hear cowbells ringing, because the shepherds pull their cows up the Velika Planina plateau, where they will stay from June to the end of September. The shepherd settlement on Velika Planina comprises around 140 huts and is known for its typical architecture, which has become the symbol of Velika Planina. You should check the weather forecast, what we actually didn't do. And as we turned around and saw the massive cloud rolling over the landscape and hear the church bell ringing, we realized that there is a storm coming toward us. But luckily, some very friendly shepherds invited us to hide with them in their hut. They even gave us some drinks and food. So thank you guys for your hospitality. After the storm passed, we decided to go on with our hike, which gave us amazing views. The next stop was the Triglav National Park, which is named after the country's highest peak, Triglav. The park is Slovenia's only national park. Its primary objective is protection of nature and cultural heritage. To enter the park, you need to pay, but it's worth it. Marked nature trails will guide you through an amazingly preserved natural environment. Only a few steps in the park and you will be already blown away by the beauty of Slovenia's nature. With you and I, the future is bright. It started to rain again, and the only one prepared for this kind of weather was Linnea. We don't need no more, even in the hard times. You and I can weather any storm. So Marco and I ended up being soaked in water. See the moon.
side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do.
We went out the park, dressed in dry clothes, and then tried our luck for a second time.
Tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future.
It's really impressive how powerful the water is. So we definitely enjoyed being in the national park.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Our last stop was the Soča Valley. The River Soča, which has an emerald green color too, is considered to be one of the most beautiful rivers in Europe. Its water flows across waterfalls, cascades, as well as through narrow rocky gorges, and along the way it has carved surprising canyons and pools. We were unlucky to be there on a sunny day, which would make the amazing color of the Soča River even more magical, but it was still amazing and powerful.
My only hope, I look for the things.
At the end, we also met some guys from Germany. They were there to do some whitewater kayaking. I was super excited to watch them jump into that wide waters.
For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
And off they go. And unfortunately, our time in Slovenia came to an end. We really fell in love with this country and its people. So we definitely want to spend more time exploring this beautiful country in the future. We hope you liked the video. If yes, show us some love by clicking the subscribe or like button. We hope that we inspired you to put Slovenia on your travel list. So, take care, bye bye, and see you soon.
Hello, Mona. I push back the serious feeling. The end's unknown. To get back the life I used to know.